Hello, guys. Here is Zian or Zoe. I'm trying to do the demo on the SMPCache now. So, like, what will we have from our class is you can see on the blackboard there are electronic reserves. There are two main parts. One is the VPN, one is the SMPCache, and also there are some solutions. You can see the homework solutions we have posted every time when we finish the grading work. Okay, so what's the most important is the VPN, right? So we are trying to set up the VPN, the GW VPN. So firstly, you will need to download it. So you will use the link and search. Okay, you get a VPN. And since I'm using the Mac system, I will download the Mac. And if you are Windows or Linux, there are corresponding package you can download. Okay, it's downloaded successfully. I can see it here. And the next step is how to use it, right? And if you click the link, it will show that it will tell you how to make it. Actually, when you are a Mac, you just need to open the package. Just continue, and remember we will click both these two, the VPN itself and the extensions. Okay, and just continue and install, and you may need to give the password, right? And you will just enter the password. Okay, you can see there is a board here. That means it's set up or installed successfully. Okay, then you can close it. It will ask you to move to trash or not. You can just keep it, because in the future, if you don't want this VPN anymore, you can run the uninstall process. So you can keep it. Okay, I will keep it. And then you can see that the board here, right, will just get started. So what's the protocol or the IP address? That will be, okay, you can see from here, the gwvpn.gw.edu. Okay, try to connect it, and then it will try to use our student SSO to log in, right? Yeah, just connecting, and it just successfully log in. Yeah, so probably it will need you to log in with your SSO or MFA, but actually maybe I log in before, so it just runs successfully. You can see this board now is in a white color, and previously it's just no color or gray color, right? So that means the VPN is running now. Okay, so our VPN is set up successfully. We will go to the next step, is the how to run this homework. So if you download the zip. Okay, you can see what's inside the zip. Okay, it will just be an executable file and some supported file. But actually, since I'm a Mac system, so this is not work for me. But if you are using a Windows system, oh, that's good. You can just run it. You can just run the SMPCache on your own computer. But now, since I'm a Mac system, I will try to use the remote lab. One important thing is the only available lab that has already set up the SMPCache is the Tompkins 406. So when you click this link, you can direct it to this all remote lab you may use. And you can see, please connect to the VPN first. So now I'm using the VPN. Yes, I'm great. So I will try to go to the Tompkins 406. And here is some guidance for you to like how to use the remote lab, right? I will try to open two windows to help you to see what happened. So for example, I'm using the Mac. And try to link with the remote lab. So okay, here I'm clicked remote lab links. So here from the guidance for Mac system, firstly, you need to connect to the VPN. Yes, I connected. And secondly, you need to install this Microsoft Remote Desktop. That means since you are a Mac system, you want to connect with a Windows system, you have to use this kind of app. And you can find it from the Apple Store, or after you click the link, it will direct you to the Apple Store. You will download it, and then you can just see what happened or what inside. There is nothing inside right now because we are doing nothing. We just download it, right? Okay, after download it, you can try to click the lab you want, right? So here I will click the lab. Click the lab Tompkins 406. Okay. So now you can see two colors of the computers that may use that may be showing. So the red means someone is using and you cannot use it, and the green means it's available for everyone. Yeah. So if I'm trying to use this one, right, I will try to connect it. So what the guidance said? The guidance says you need to download something before you connect it. So what you would need to download, that is after you click the connect, it will tells you to download kind of I think maybe just a link file, right? And you will keep it, right? You will keep it, and it will show on your downloads folder. And then you are download successfully. What's the next step? Next step is you will try to open actually you just open the Connect RDP, download it, and then it will direct you to enter your username and password. So what's the username and password? You will see this here. The name will be the EAD / with the your net ID, actually just your GWID, right? And your password, right? Okay, just connect. And then you need to trust the certification, right? Just trust. Okay, it will now showing this page. That means you are successfully enter or link with this remote lab. Okay, right. Yeah, you can see that, right? Okay, so now I'm in the Tompkins 406, and you can try to search. Do we have the SMP? Yes, SMPCache. We have it here, right? We have it, and we just open it. Okay, that's really good. And what's the next step? Let me check with my blackboard. Now I'm using the Windows system, right? I'm enter the Windows system using this remote lab, right? And let's go here, right? So oops. So now there is the setup, or how you can link yourself with the remote lab, how to use the remote lab. I will try to do a quick maybe example for your homework assignment 4. Right, here is the description, right? You need to submit the or something contain the you need to answer the question, you need to show the configuration and expiration, right? Yes. And yeah, I think that's pretty much. Okay, let's do the task 1. Okay, task 1. Okay. So if you download the file, the SMPCache on your Windows system, it will show the same thing here. Okay. Okay. So if you are new to this SMPCache, no worry. The SMP just means the single and multiple processor and cache. Okay. So firstly, you can see for task 1, we know what we want is the purpose. We can see the purpose, right? And the configuration, how to set up the configuration. yeah, you can see that here is the configuration part. There are three main small parts, right? You just set up the configuration one by one, right? One row by one row. So here we are using the processors in SMP, right? And the number will be 1, okay? And the bottom arbitration will be the random, and what? The cache coherent protocol will be MESI. You will learn this MSI and MESI in the future class, but now you can just set up like this. And after you're setting up, remember to click OK to save your configuration. You can see the information of your processor or cache here, right? SMP1 MESI random. Okay, so this part is good. And the next part is for the main memory. We will see the worldwide and words by block. So worldwide is 16, right? Great. Okay, words by block, how many? We should be 16 also. Okay. And you can see here is a block size to be 32 bytes. Block size to be 32 bytes. That's ultimately calculated by the words by block. So you can see here is white. The background is white. You cannot modify it, right? The only thing you can modify is kind of like this or this gray background. So don't say you want to change the block size and why I cannot change. That is because it's auto calculated. It surely cannot modify by you. But you can choose to modify this kind of things to help to calculate the block size, the main memory size. Okay, the next step is the blocks in main memory. The blocks in main memory should be 8192, 8192, 8192. Okay, and check is it the main memory size 256 by KB? Right, yes. So here we are doing this right thing. We will click OK to save our configuration. Okay, 16, 32, 255, and yeah. And the next step will be we will configure the caches. So blocks in cache will be 128, and you can see the cache size will be 4 KB. Yes, and mapping will use the fully associative, and don't forget this. The replacement policy will be LRU. LRU. Okay. Yes. So everything is good. So we will just save it. So if you want to check, did you modify correctly, you can just open the window again and check everything. Okay, they should be correspondent to the table, right? Yeah. So the configuration is finished. The next step is to see what you need to do the experiment. We will try to obtain the miss rate with this kind of trace files. There are 9 trace files here, so we'll try to get a miss rate from all these 9 files. Where we can get this kind of data? There, so you can open the memory traces. You can see here the traces here, and for our project 1, we will use the PRG. For the project in the future, we'll do the project 3. Then we'll use the SPR. So now we'll use the PRG, right? So since there are nine files, 9 data, I will just choose this CEXP, okay? CSP to do the example. But remember, you need to click this CSP, the file, and also take the what? The processor here. That means you will assign this specific file, the trace file, to this specific processor. Only you can see the tick here. That means you are successfully assigned it with this processor. If you do not have this, it will means you do not assign, you do not start to do this data, right? So I will now clearly, specifically assign this CXP data to the processor 1. And you can see this kind of the information for this specific trace files. You can get it here. But yeah, if you need to do something calculation, you can refer to this table. So yes, I'm okay. I will save my data we need to use. So the next step, nearly the final step, will be the evolution. So you can see here are memory blocks, cache, and multiprocessors. Since now for your project 1, we will try to see the output of the single processor, that means you can use the cache or the multiprocessor. Even though it's just named as a multiprocessor, but now you're using only one processor, right? So the multi and the cache will give you the same output. But I would prefer to use the cache for our just single processor to see the output. And now you can choose to what kind of output you want to see. So I would prefer to get a text. If the graphic, I will show it later, but now I'll just try to show the text data, okay? What kind of the text the output will be? You can see here the bar, right? The hit and miss is the thing, what we want, right? We are trying to obtain the miss rate using this kind of memory traces. Yeah. So now I'm enter this this part. So I will try to run the data completely, not step by step, right? So execute it. You can see that it runs a little bit, I think, pretty fast, right? Maybe just within 1 minute we can finish this process, and we can get the output. So now I will try to say, where is the miss rate we want to get? Oh yes, because we are using the only one processor, you can see some information or processor the bus rate, and what happened, what it went, how the bus looks like, and how the state. And yes, you will learn that in the future. The hit rate, yeah, the hit rate, miss rate. So right, the global hit and miss rate is the thing we want to get, we want to obtain for this task one, or maybe in the future task. Okay, so this is what we want to get. Yes, it's running nearly finished. So let me just do Word document to help. Oh, I make it before, huh? That is, you need to show me the table. The table that contain the trace files. What kind of trace files here? We have nine type or 9 files. So I create 9 rows and with a name row, a feature row. Anyway, and you want to okay. It's running finished, and it will tell you to do you need to write back the data or save it. So you just save it. Just click OK. Then you can get a final. The rate will be hit and miss. You can get the data here, right? And that is correctly what I recorded to the table. Okay. So I got one of the results from for the task one, right? It's the trace file is exp, and I get a hit rate and miss rate like this, and the configuration should be like this. And remember, you need to answer the question, right? The question, it will give me a title named Q&A and record the questions and give your answers, and yeah, and maybe Q2, right? And A2, right? Just any kind of things you want to show to me. Just these 3 main parts for each task, right? Each task you will give me a table, maybe more table. I mean, just the output of the experiment and the configuration of the experiment and Q&A part. And if I, oops, maybe let's say, so you can get a title, right? You can get a title. Heading 1, and get this, table. Oh, the configurations will be kind of like heading 2 or maybe something, and you can give me a output, and also as the heading 2, and the Q&A will be heading 2, and the output, what will be the output? Here will be the output. Let's make it here. Okay, so this is kind of task 1. I remember. I just want to say here is the name. right? Here is the name of the task, the configuration of the task, the output of the task, the Q&A part. So we can see the requirement here, right? Experiment configuration and result, yeah. Screenshot or table. I will recommend you to use the table because the screenshot will take you a lot of space. I just want a table because the table can represent the result clearly. But you must answer the question, right? Answer the question. Okay, so grade it on the answer, grade it on the completeness of the configuration and experiments. Yeah, the result. So yeah, this three part will be the topic or the content for each task, right? One task, three subtitle or subheading. Okay, so this will be one kind of task. Report. You can give me the report in a Word or PDF. I would like to have PDF, but if you give me the Word, that's also okay. That's just okay. Okay, so that's the report thing. And now, after I'm getting this kind of global miss, I will say another thing. That is the bus transaction and state. Maybe you will need to use the number of transactions and this kind of block the block transfers and bus transactions. You may need to use this for the future project. Project 3. That's the future part. I will mention here. You may need to use these two kind of data, and also the hit and miss. But for this kind of project 1 or homework 4, you will just need to obtain the global hit and miss. Okay. And yes, I remember that I would want to show you the graphic result, right? The graphic result, remember to still run it completely and execute it. Yes, since we have write back the result, the system will record the result and it will run much more faster than before, right? So yeah, still write back and something. Okay, you can see the result is kind of like going like this. And the problem is, can you get a specific, the clear, the percentage, the number here? You cannot. Is it 99 or 98? You don't know that. So I would prefer to get a text result, right, instead of a graphic. Okay. So this is kind of the how we use for our configurations in the SMPCache. And I will do one more thing, that is to tell you how you may need to do for the future part. In the project 3, the multiprocessors, in that time we will use the multiprocessor. At this time, this project 1, we will use only single processor. So in multiprocessor, we will use these SPR files, trace files, this kind of four things. And the number of processors will be 4 or 8, and I won't tell you. you should find out by yourself. So that is the one thing I want to say is, you can see if I click here, the number of processor is already 4. Right, the processor. If you click OK, what's changing is that the number of processors is become 4. Even though if you want to change the multiprocessors configuration, you can see here it's becoming 4. It's not 1, right? So please make sure for homework 4, the project 1, the number of processor will be 1, right? And the warning, it says that if you want to use this data, it's a fixed number to be 4. So even though you want to change it, you cannot use this kind of data. Okay, that's the future part. I just want to tell you that be careful of the number of processors. Okay. So I think now you are able to go through this kind of experiment. It will just shows you how to get a result. You should learn the result from different configurations and see the the trends, the learn something special, right? We mentioned on the class, okay, and get a report just contain the table, output, the configuration, and a Q&A part, right? It won't take you too much time to do the experiment. I think maybe 1 hour you can finish this experiment, and maybe 2 hours you can finish the report. Yeah. So this is for the homework for project 1. Okay, okay, I can quit it. And remember, after you finish your work, you want to disconnect with the remote lab. Here is the log off. Okay, you can click the log off, then you are signing out. Okay, I'm back with my own computer now, and you can see that the VPN is still working. Yeah, so everything just kind of like this, and you can see here is become it's still green, is available, even though I just used before, because I'm now is quit. I'm logged out, so it's available for others to use now, right? Yes, this is Tompkins 406. Remember 406. You cannot use other lab, because other labs do not have this SMPCache, and you also cannot download and set up it, install it in other classroom, other lab, due to some policy. So you have to use this Tompkins 406 if you are a Mac system. If you are a Windows system, then you can try to run that on your own laptop or desktop. Okay, I think that's all for this SMPCache, how to use it, how to connect the remote lab, yeah. And if you want to just disconnect the VPN, okay, you can disconnect with the VPN, and then you can see this global is become gray now, it's not white. So that means the VPN is shutting down, it's not connected. If you want to connect, you will try to connect it using this button, and then it will working again. Okay. So that's pretty much. And another thing, finally, remember to see the solutions and the YouTube video I post on my channel. If you have any problems on some specific questions and homework, please just reach out with me, email or in person office hour, both okay, right? And okay, so just do your homework, and have a good preparation on the exam. Yeah, some of you may really nervous about the exam. I will say one more thing here is that the homework is the most important part. You need to figure out every question. So like homework 2 and homework 3 may help you with the exam 1. Yeah, if you can figure out the homework question, then I think for calculation part in the exam, you are fine. I would say there are like 40% of parts is not calculation, it's like concept, and yeah, and 60% will be the calculation. Yeah. So for the concept, you had better to go through the slides. Go through the slide. We have the slides on here, right? The outlines. We'll see all the slides you may need to use. You can do some review things. Yeah. And for the calculation, you can bring your calculator. Yeah. So you can bring calculator, a pen, and your water to the classroom. It will be in person in the classroom, the exam, not online. So please attend the exam, or you will lose like I don't know, maybe 20%, maybe 15% of the final grades. Yeah, because our exam will take 70% of our final grade. So yeah, you should prepare well. Yeah, I will post my announcement to help you to prepare the exam like 3 days before the exam. Uh, I hope that will help you. But don't be too nervous, and it won't be too hard, I think. Okay, so yeah, go through the homeworks and the slides that may help you like 80 or 19% of the exam. And yeah, I would say the exam will contain the multiple choice, the true and false, and the like short answer. You should answer some concept using short sentence, and also the calculation part. Yeah, these four kind of parts will contribute to our exam questions. Um, yeah, so that's all for exam and our SMPCache project. So yeah, thank you so much. Have a good night.